Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ozzy's Drives. Today we're going to present this Lada 2016 that is also called the Cockroach. But before we start, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let's begin. Now, before we go into details of why this thing is called the Cockroach, let's just appreciate a little bit of the design. This is actually an Italian design. It comes from a Fiat, which also makes it kind of beautiful, right? I think it's a very nice boxy design. It looks cool, it looks Italian, it has the Italian flair, right? The chrome elements, the nice little windows, everything squarish and boxish. Here in the back, look at that. Beautiful taillights, you know, the one exhaust. This reminds me of Niki Lauda's Alfa somehow. It's really cool to look at. Another thing I really love is the chrome elements. Look at that. Everything matches beautifully. The chrome around the headlights. Look at that. Quad headlights, right? A little bit rally style. Then a chrome grille here with the logo. It's a cool looking car. We have some bumper protection here, you know. It's really funny to look at. Another funny thing is that they built this thing from 1976 up until 2006. So 30 years this car was in production. That's absolutely insane. And it's really funny. The reason why they call it the Cockroach is very simple. It's actually the engine. This is an inline 4-cylinder engine producing 64 horsepower out of 1.3 liter displacement. Will accelerate the car from 0 to 100 kph in around 16 to 17 seconds and will top out, if you dare, at 150 kph, which is, to be honest, insane for a car that has no safety regulations whatsoever. This has never been crash tested. This is just a car you dare to drive or you don't. I dare. We're going to do it a little bit later. You could literally just use one screwdriver and fix the whole engine. And everybody could work at it. And to be honest, standing next to it here, smelling it a little bit, you could easily get high. It smells like petrol like no other car I've ever experienced. It's crazy. Another rather unusual thing is, for example, they installed a light bulb here so you can actually work on the engine during the night. And another thing, you see that? This is not an infusion bag. You can fill your heart with oil, right? Now, starting this thing up and giving you a listen is a little bit of a procedure because it's a little bit older and needs some time. Here is the key, right? Very simple. You plug it in and then you would assume you can just start it. But no, sometimes it can't really start. So you have a little choke here, right? You pull that out and then you do this. Press the clutch, turn it, and give it a little bit of throttle. You see that? Yes, come on. Very good. It's there. Shock out and it's running. Surprisingly, it feels like the engine wants to rev, right? It doesn't sound like it doesn't want to rev. It really gives it pretty good vibes, like wom. That's really cool. That's why they use this car also in a lot of rallies, and that's why they use it for tuning. It has the best setup you can get. Very light, front engine and rear wheel drive. Welcome to the interior of this beautiful Lada. What the hell? What happened? I felt like I was somebody else for a moment. Probably because all of the Soviet sound I heard right before this part of the video. Anyway, let's talk about the interior. The interior doesn't even feel that bad, to be honest. I have a very nice couch-like seat here that also has some leather upholstery, so it's very cool. We have a wooden gearbox, which is also very cool. We have wood on the speedometer, for example, all around, wood veneer. It's very nice. The dashboard is hard plastic. We have a little clock and even an ashtray here in the front. This is cool. However, one negative thing is I don't understand what the hell they're saying here. Looking at the speedometer, I don't get anything. What is that, like Macau, Cacao? What is that? What does it say? Right, check the driver's position out. Look at that. This is what you see, right? I have the strangest position I ever felt in a car. Like, I literally feel like my feet are in the air having to drive this thing. What am I supposed to do? That's really strange. The steering wheel actually feels cool, to be honest. That's not that bad. You have normal, right? You can open the window and so on. And you have this, which I assume was the air brake, right? If you needed a little bit more air brake, if this wasn't enough, you just opened up, this little window and you would get some more, downforce, air brake, whatever. And also you can use it as climate control because when you turn it like this, it will let the air flow directly into your face. So that is a good thing, right? Another rather unusual thing, and it's the emergency kit. Look at that. It comes in a leather bag that has now a different color than when it was originally new. And I don't get whatever this is saying. In case of emergency, you just take this and take whatever it's in there, right? Then you use it. However, the rear is not even that bad. I mean, look at that. You even have ashtrays in the rear passenger seats, right? That's pretty cool. And it's simple. It has a lot of space. I even have a lot of headroom here, which is also good. And this is sort of, I don't know if that is really leather. I don't think so. Some strange material that gives a very distinctive smell inside of the cabinet. However, it's a nice place to be in. The best thing is, look at that. If you put that down, this is actually covered in this leather-styled material. So it's better than most of the modern cars, right? They will at least give you an armrest. Look at that. You have plenty of space for a family trip. That is a good thing. And you have a spare wheel right here. So they thought about everything, basically. And it's actually reliable. You will not see a Lada stranded, okay? You will not see a Lada stranded. That's something that's pretty much impossible. Yeah, we're taking the Lada for a drive. This feels so strange. It feels like I'm in the air. Oh, this was fifth gear. You know, this is one of those moments in life that I never thought I'm going to experience. I never thought I was going to drive a Lada. I swear I never thought I was going to drive a Lada, but here I am driving one. And it's a fun experience. It's really strange. To be honest, you know, the throttle response is actually not that bad. However, interesting thing is, the Lada has been created right in the 60s, okay? They created the company Lada in the 60s because they felt like the Americans and Europeans were much more advanced than the Soviets in the 60s. So this is what they came up with, you know? They kind of bought a little bit of engineering from the Italians, a little bit from there, a little bit from that. And this is the product of all of those people. It wasn't also a car that people could actually afford, because this cost like 8,000 rubles. And yearly wage was around 2,000 rubles back in the day. But once they got one of these, they were absolutely indestructible. So you had to wait for a long time to get one of these, but when you got it, your family loved it, and it's still a legend today. I mean, they're tuning those cars to 400-500 horsepower. Let's see what it does 0 to 100. It says like 16 seconds, okay? Go. Full speed. Oh shit! Oh shit! All that power! Oh no! What is going on? All that power broke the seats. I ripped the thing apart. I ripped the seats apart. I ripped everything apart. What is going on? We're finally at 100. What is going on? I broke the seats. I ripped the gearbox apart. My God. But it still runs, right? Lada! Lada! Yeah, this was the funniest 0 to 100 time ever. Look at that. Oh, actually feel like a BMW driver now. That's quite nice. What am I supposed to do? I have to finish the review, right? Aerodynamica. You know what? Let's try the acceleration one more time from that shitty position. But you know, I don't like to leave my business unfinished. Straight road. This is now 60. Come on, Lada. This is 80. 90. 100. I don't know why, but this is fun to drive. I can't tell why, but it's fun to drive. You know that Niki Lauda part of the movie, and those guys picked him and his wife up and he started racing the car? Exactly that is how I feel right now. I feel like I'm driving a car from that age fast, you know? A family car, really getting everything out of it. This is a 5-speed. It must be from a little bit of a modern age. We don't have any documentary of the car, but I thought, you know what? Let's film it anyway. This is really a funny experience, friends. This is really a funny experience. Let me give you the POV experience too. This is the gearbox. I don't know exactly how to go into return. This is, I believe this is 4th. Oh shit, ripped it apart again. This is 4th, and this, is this reverse? No. Is this reverse? I don't know how to go into reverse. I can't put it into reverse. Is there? Yes, I found it. Okay, so here we are. Almost stalled. Due to unfortunate events, I now have to drive like a BMW driver. Oh boy! Can I open that window? Oh yeah, gear brake. Look at that! Okay, let me give you a quick acceleration. The brakes actually work pretty good. Now, first gear, alright? 3, 2, 1, go! Yes, Lada, yes! Okay! Are we gonna overtake a car? I need a full 63 horsepower for that. I can do it. I don't know how fast I'm driving because the speedometer is off, but I believe that was like 100 approximately, right? Overtook a modern age BMW with a Lada. This feels really cool. I must admit, this is really, it's actually a nice feeling. It's really a nice feeling. I don't feel any bad driving this car, really. Like, maybe it's me, but I really enjoy this. I really do enjoy this. A little bit of air, you know. It's actually quite solid. It's actually surprisingly solid, you know. The drive is not even that bad, you know. You can tell, okay? You feel the road, you feel the tires moving. Of course, it's not a sporty suspension, but it actually feels quite comfortable. I could picture myself, if the throttle wasn't dead in the air, oh shit, I could picture myself driving this for a couple of hours. I really could. It's not that bad. Another old timer, quick, quick. All right. I broke the... No, it's working. Come into my Lada, baby. So I have a little bit of a problem. I've kind of stranded myself with a Lada and the booster doesn't work. So we have to do it the old-fashioned way. So the idea is the following. I will get it going like this. Okay, very simple. Let it roll. Just a little bit more. Okay, I'm getting up to some speed. Push it, push it, push it. Now hopping. Okay. Put it in gear and I messed up. I think I broke the key. Shit. Okay, quick recap. I somehow broke the key of the Lada. Trying to get it running, and it looks like so the only way that we made it running basically is by using a screwdriver and the key that I let inside, because I broke that part, right? So with a screwdriver you could technically turn around, put ignition on and get it running. So that's what we did. Anyway, messed up. Yeah, first time breaking a car. Thank you to Luxury Motors. Yep, this wasn't really my day. As you can see here, I'm trying to do an outro, but it doesn't work since the microphone has disconnected and some errors. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. God bless you. See you in the next one. Let me know if you have a beautiful car in Switzerland I can film. And yeah, leave a like and subscribe.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Look at that. Come on.
Goodbye.